everybody. We're getting super close to tournament time, and we've got a super fun plan for you. We've got some people you're pretty familiar with, someone who debuted just last year at the end of it, and a brand new player. This is going to be a lot of fun. On the desk, we have Kirk, the consigliere Kowalkowski. Kirk, how do you feel about this matchup? We got Nazario, Mr. VHS, going up against Peggy. Gubbins going up against a brand new player, Ethan Klein.
Yeah, it's exciting. I remember when I was here last year, so where I got my start in Warzone. So, we got Nazario, who's the established player. He's got a big, long history with us. Peggy, starting to make her mark last year, and Ethan coming in brand new. So it's going to be interesting to see if Nazario bulldozes ahead or if two of these, relative newcomers make their mark here.
Yeah, definitely. So without further ado, let's just bring everybody in. Introducing first, coming with a record of 3-5, Mr. VHS Nazario Montenegro. Coming in with a record of 0-1, Peggy Gubbins. And coming in with no wins, no defeats, brand new debut player. It is the electric Ethan Klein. Okay, everybody. Time to get started. Round one. Basic round one format, whiteboard round, 8 different questions, 8 different categories. You get all 8 right to get a bonus question. So we're going to get started with your first question, which is going to come in the category of comedies. Ha 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 ha. You will find the quote, "Vote for Pedro" in what comedy?
You know who loves this movie is Brian Michaels.
No comment. Okay, and we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, starting with Peggy.
Napoleon Dynamite.
And Ethan.
Napoleon Dynamite.
And Nazario.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay, clean sweep for everybody as we move into our next question, Kirk.
Okay, category number 2, guys, is Oscars. Who won a supporting actress Oscar for The Danish Girl? Have you ever been to whatever country Danish people are from?
I've had a Danish. Does that count? 5.
Yes, it does.
4. 3.
Repeat the question, please.
Okay.
Sure. Peggy first repeat. Who won a supporting actress Oscar for The Danish Girl? Category of Oscars.
I'm pretty sure it's Denmark, guys.
That would make sense, wouldn't it? And we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Let's start with Ethan.
Alicia Vikander.
Yes.
And Nazario.
Alicia Vikander.
And Peggy.
I completely blanked on her name. I'm like, the chick was look at that.
Okay, moving on to the next question, category of 2000s. What is the first and last name of Brad Pitt's character in Inglourious Bastards?
Spelling doesn't count, right?
No, it does not.
Thank God.
And we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Let's start with Peggy.
I put Sergeant, never seen the movie.
And Nazario.
Lieutenant Aldo Rain.
And Ethan.
Aldo Rain.
That is correct. Ethan and Nazario hitting it. As we move on to the next question, Kirk.
Okay, guys, in the category of directors, who directed American Beauty?
Not to be confused with American Psycho, American Pie, or American Ultra.
Or Wet Hot American Summer.
True. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We're going to start with Ethan.
Sam Mendes.
And Nazario.
Sam Mendes.
And Peggy.
I wasn't afraid of confusing my Americas. I was afraid of confusing my Stams. Excuse me, Stan Mendes.
That is correct. Sweet.
Almost put Sam Raimi.
That's close. That's fair. Okay, as we move into the next question, category of disaster movies. The 2012 disaster film The Impossible takes place in what country? Speaking of The Impossible, you ever watch Kim Possible, Kirk? Probably didn't because you're old. I'm kidding.
I watch it with my kids, so.
Oh, fair. Then you are a man of culture. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gonna start with Nazario.
Thailand?
And Ethan.
I said Japan.
And Peggy.
And I said Indonesia.
Thailand is correct.
Tell you Naomi Watts is in it.
All right, guys. Your next question in the category of horror. What is the name of the community where Jaws takes place?
I got cut off. Excuse me?
What is the name of the community where Jaws takes place?
We're gonna need a littler boat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Starting with Ethan.
I said Oceanside.
And Nazario.
Amity.
And Peggy.
I guess Bay City.
Amity is correct. We can accept that, right, Kirk?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Amity. It means friendship.
Yeah. We're also looking for Amity Island, but we'll accept Amity.
Yeah.
Okay. As we move on to your next question, and I can't remember. It's my question. Okay. Sci-fi fantasy. Sci-fi fantasy is the category. What phrase of endearment does Wesley repeatedly say to Buttercup in The Princess Bride? Speaking of Buttercup, Reese's peanut butter cups. Thoughts, Kirk?
Ooh. Man, I ate a lot of those over the Easter season, so.
Same. The egg ones are the best.
Yeah,
5,
yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Peggy.
As you wish.
And Ethan.
Didn't have it.
And Nazario.
As you wish.
Okay.
All right. Your final question here in round 1. In the category of scores and soundtracks, what 80s film features the songs She's Like the Wind, Hungry Eyes, and Love is Strange? Boatman, has anybody ever told you that you're like the wind?
I've been told I am like the forest fire, never like the wind.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Peggy.
That would be Dirty Dancing.
And Ethan.
Dirty Dancing.
And wait, Ethan. Sorry, I couldn't quite see the board.
Like my marker's dying. I don't know if you guys can see it from where you're at.
You can just put
It's super faint.
I really can't.
If you guys can't make it out, it's fine. I know it's.
Yeah, I can't see anything on there. Yeah.
Yeah. And Mario.
I went Flashdance.
Ooh.
Okay, so that is incorrect. Peggy and Ethan tied at 4. Nazario at 7. As we go into the wheel round, the wheel round is going to work like this. I'm going to bring up our lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. Spin the wheel. If they like what they spin, they can keep it. If they don't, they can spin again, but then they are stuck with it. You're going to get 5 questions in whatever category you spin. If you get it right, you get 2 points. You go to multiple choice, you get 1, or if you get it wrong, the other players get a chance to steal. For stealing, The other players are going to want to write the answers down on their whiteboard pretty quickly because instead of the regular 15 seconds for steals, we will only be giving 10 seconds. In the event of multiple choice, we will give you the multiple choice options again, though. So we will be starting with Nazario. Oh, we will give you the categories first. The categories on the wheel tonight are 2000s, biopics, animated, war, spinners and opponent's choice, scores and soundtracks, Oscars, sci-fi fantasy, and romance/romantic comedy. Nazario, would you like to spin first or defer?
I'm gonna go against my usual judgment and let the lady go first.
Okay, so yeah, since Peggy has played before, would you like to spin first or defer?
Let's do it. Spin that wheel.
Okay.
Let's go.
Peggy, spin. Your first spin is going to land on animated. You want to keep that or spin again?
I'm kind of hoping I land on romantic comedy. Let's give it a whirl. Spin it again.
Okay, Peggy hoping for romance/romantic
No
comedy.
way to come back here.
And it's going to land on scores and soundtrack.
I like it better than animated. All right, let's go.
Okay. And I'll give Peggy her questions in the category of scores and soundtracks. Peggy, your first question, category of scores and or soundtracks. What 80s film has the original songs The Heat Is On and Stir It Up?
Oh my gosh. I should know this. Cold. I'm afraid I'm picking the wrong lead actor's movie. I'm going to go multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, Lethal Weapon 2, B, Spies Like Us, C, Beverly Hills Cop, D, Transformers the movie?
It's Beverly Hills Cop, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
I was afraid it might be 48 hours.
Fair. The next question. What band performed the song Decode for the Twilight soundtrack?
Jesus. Multiple choice.
Oh, your multiple choice options are A, Paramore, B, My Chemical Romance, C, Cage the Elephant, D, Panic at the Disco.
Gonna have to go with my gut and say B, My Chemical Romance, final answer.
That is incorrect. Nazario and Ethan for the 1 point steal. Your options are A, Paramore, B, My Chemical Romance, C, Cage the Elephant, D, Panic at the Disco. Five, four, three, two, one. Starting with Ethan.
Said A.
And Nazario.
Paramore.
Both correct. My Chemical Romance have a song about how they don't want that vampire money in reference to Twilight. Your next question, Peggy, not including serial films, what was the first Superman film not to have a score composed by John Williams?
Seen him conduct the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, but I couldn't tell you the answer to this without multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options are A, Superman 2, B, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, C, Superman Returns, D, Man of Steel.
I want to say Superman 4, The Request for Peace. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Ethan Nazario for the 1 point steal. Your options are A, Superman 2, B, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, C, Superman Returns, D, Man of Steel. Five, four, three, two, one. Starting with Nazario.
Let's go with Zack Snyder, Man of Steel.
And Ethan.
Said C.
Both incorrect. Looking for Superman 2. Superman 2. Okay, this movie's coming back. Who composed the score for American Beauty?
Shoot. Jeez. I misworked with a lot. I'm going to have to go multiple choice there.
Okay, your multiple choice options are A. Jerry Goldsmith, B. Howard Shore, C. Danny Elfman, D. Thomas Newman.
It's not. Shut up. Can you repeat them one more time, please?
Okay. Who composed the score for American Beauty? And your options are A. Jerry Goldsmith, B. Howard Shore, C. Danny Elfman, and D. Thomas Newman.
I'm going to guess Danny Elfman. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Nazario and Ethan for the 1-point steal. Your options are A. Jerry Goldsmith, B. Howard Shore, C. Danny Elfman, and D. Thomas Newman. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, starting with Ethan.
I guessed B.
And Nazario.
I want to try Star Trek, Jerry Goldsmith.
Both incorrect. Looking for Thomas Newman, D.
Would have been my second guess. I knew it wasn't Goldsmith. All right.
And your final question, Peggy, category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Forrest Gump?
That is might as well shoot for it just because I'm way behind. I'm gonna say Hans Zimmer. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Nazario and Ethan for the 2-point steal.
Not my day, gentlemen.
We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, starting with Nazario.
Let's shoot with James Horner.
And we're going to go to Ethan.
Danny Elfman.
Both incorrect. One for Alan Silvestri.
Really?
Oh, back to
My bad. All right. Not my greatest round, but good luck, gentlemen.
To be fair, Danny Elfman and Danny Elfman was one of the multiple choice options, so Ethan was close. Next up, we are going to go back over to Nazario to see if he wants to spin first or defer again to Ethan.
Let Ethan go.
Okay, Ethan, this is your spin, and it's going to land on animated. You want to keep that or spin again?
So is scores and soundtracks off the board because she got it?
Yeah. If you get,
then I will spin again.
Okay. $2,000s is your category. 2000. Okay.
Ready?
Questions in 2000.
Sure. Question number 1 in category 2000s. In the day after tomorrow, Jake Gyllenhaal and the other survivors in New York are holed up in what type of building?
It's a train station.
That is incorrect. Nazario and Peggy for the 2-point steal.
Mine's written down already.
Okay, we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nazario.
Library.
And Peggy.
Library.
That is correct.
Okay, Ethan, your second question. Who plays Bosley, Charlie's assistant who works with the Angels, in the first Charlie's Angels movie?
I will need multiple choice.
Okay, is that A, Bernie Mac, B, Justin Long, C, Bill Murray, or D, Sam Rockwell?
And we need
B.
B is incorrect. Peggy and Nazario for the steal. Again, your options are A, Bernie Mac, B, Justin Long, C, Bill Murray, or D, Sam Rockwell.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Starting with Peggy.
Bill Murray.
And Nazario.
Bill Murray.
Both correct for 1 point.
All right, your third question, Ethan. 2003's View from the Top centers around a woman trying to succeed in what profession?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, fashion designer, B, flight attendant, C, advertising, or D, talent agent?
I will go with A.
That is incorrect. Peggy Nazario, for the steal, your options are A, fashion designer, B, flight attendant, C, advertising, or D, talent agent.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Starting with Nazario.
I was very politically incorrect, so I erased stewardess to put flight attendant.
And Peggy.
It's assess the window, not asses the window.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay, Ethan, your next question in 2000s. What 2006 film stars Brad Pitt, Kate Blanchett, and Elle Fanning?
Babel.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in the category of 2000s. What country does Lost in Translation take place in?
It's one of two.
5, 4, 3, 2,
I
1.
just gotta go for Japan.
That is correct for 2 points. So finishing strong there, Ethan. I have here he finishes out his round with 9 points, if that's correct.
And I have Peggy getting the steals with 9 and Nazario at 12.
That is correct.
Still in it.
You see what I say? The wheel hates me. I am nice. I let them go first, and animated gets spins twice.
Watch, the Nazario curse is going to come back, and it's going to land on opponent's choice, probably.
Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Okay, spin again, Nazario.
Yes.
Okay.
Here it is. Opponent's choice. Come on.
Biopics,
Biopics.
not opponent's choice. So, better than nothing. So your first question, Nazario, category biopics. Kirk Douglas and Willem Dafoe have both played which famous artists in biographical films?
Van Gogh.
That is correct for 2 points. In Ray, how did Ray's younger brother die?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, drowning, B, hit by a train, C, sawmill accident, D, fell off a roof.
Excuse me. The C I couldn't hear.
C, sawmill accident, D, fell off a roof.
Let's go with sawmill.
That is incorrect. Peggy and Ethan for the 1 point steal. Your multiple choice options are A, drowning, B, hit by a train, C, sawmill accident, D, fell off a roof. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ethan.
I said D, fell off a roof.
And Peggy.
He drowned in a laundry bucket.
That is correct. Your next question, category biopics, Nazario. Who received a Best Supporting Actor nomination for his roles as Howard Cosell in Ali?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, Kevin Spacey, B, John Voight, C, Gary Oldman, D, Paul Giamatti.
John Voight.
That is correct for 1 point. 1992 saw the release of 2 biopics about what historical figure?
Chris Columbus.
That is correct for 2 big points.
Nice. Oh, well done.
And in Serpico, Frank Serpico confronts corruption in what city's police department?
Multiple choice.
A, New York City, B, Los Angeles, C, San Francisco, D, Chicago.
Chicago.
That is incorrect. Ethan and Peggy for the 1 point steal. Your multiple choice options are A, New York City, B, Los Angeles, C, San Francisco, Chicago. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ethan.
C, San Francisco.
And Peggy.
And I guess New York City, A.
That is correct for 1 point. Okay, so that does end the round with Nazario at 17, Peggy at 11, and Ethan at 9. Is that what you have, Kirk?
That is what I have.
Okay, and we're going to go into the Pick Your Poison round, which is our round 3. It's going to work like this. Our competitors are going to be able to pick what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4-pointer. Nazario's going to get to pick first, Peggy's going to get to pick second, and Ethan's going to get to pick third. Categories they will be able to pick from tonight are action and adventure, horror, movie release dates, sports, musicals, drama, 2000s, Alfred Hitchcock, actors and actresses, and mystery thriller. We're going to let them pick their categories right now, and we will get back to you right now. Okay, everyone, welcome back. So our competitors have picked what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4-pointer. Nazario's picked his 1 point in Alfred Hitchcock, his 2 in horror, his 3 in sports, his 4 in actors and actresses. Peggy has picked her 1 in drama, her 2 in actors and actresses, her 3 in 2000s, and her 4 in sports. Ethan has picked his 1 in actors and actresses, 2 in sports, 3 in drama, 4 in action and adventure. So we're going to let Ethan go first here with his 1-pointer category of actors and actresses. Ethan, and just a reminder, Ethan, hands on screen, please. Your first question, category of actors and actresses. Name both actors who have played Vito Corleone in the Godfather franchise.
Would be Marlon Brando and Robert De Niro.
That is correct for 1 point. And now Ethan's still behind Peggy by 1 point, so we're going to go to Ethan for his 2-pointer in sports. Ethan, your 2-pointer in the category of sports movie. Who plays Coach Morris in the original Bad News Bears?
Would be Walter Matthau.
That is correct for 2 points. Okay. Now we go over to Peggy.
Okay, Peggy, your 1-point question in the category of drama. What 2016 film stars Michelle Williams and Casey Affleck?
Manchester by the Sea.
That is correct for 1 point. That ties Peggy and Ethan, but we'll stay with Peggy, right, because you got more questions?
Yep.
Okay, Peggy, your 2-point question in actors and actresses. What actor plays the character of Joel Barish, Fletcher Reed, and Bruce Nolan? The characters, I'm sorry. Joel Barish, Fletcher Reed, and Bruce Nolan.
Five, 4.
Repeat the question, please.
All right, that's Peggy's last repeat.
Yep.
What actor plays the characters of Joel Barish, Fletcher Reed, and Bruce Nolan?
Fletcher. I'm just going to guess Chevy Chase, even though that's wrong.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. Jim Carrey is the correct answer.
Fletch is liar, liar, right?
Yeah,
Fletcher
Reed is liar, liar.
Damn it! All right.
So do we stick with Peggy, or do we go back to Ethan here?
We'll go back to Ethan since just for some variety. So Ethan,
Okay, and I believe if I'm correct, Ethan has to hit this in order to have a chance to take over Nazario's lead.
That is correct.
Okay.
Okay, Ethan, your 3-pointer in the category of drama. What is the first name of Billy Zane's character in Titanic? Five, 4.
Repeat.
believe that's Ethan's first repeat. What is the first name of Billy Zane's character in Titanic?
Joe.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Cal.
Buckley.
Yeah, Peggy known the last name too. But unfortunately, Ethan, that does mean you are eliminated. So we will now go over to Peggy for her 3-pointer in the category of 2000. And Peggy, you must hit this one in order to have a chance to beat Nazario.
Okay, Peggy, your 3-point question in the category of 2000s. In Yes Man, who plays Carl's best friend Pete?
So all the Jim Carrey stuff. I've seen the movie exactly once, and I have no repeats.
5, 4.
We'll say Philip Seymour Hoffman, but that was Along Came Polly. Had fun, guys. Good luck.
The correct answer was Bradley Cooper. So Nazario does win. And your winner, moving on into a guaranteed spot in the tournament with a record of 4-5 now. Nazario, Mr. VHS Montenegro. So we're going to start off with Nazario for these quick little post-match interviews. Nazario, you're back on the winning side. How do you feel?
Relief, most of all. I think I took my last match for granted a little bit, and never doing that again. It's been a rough road to make Blockbuster great again, but it's on the right path right now.
Yeah. So now you are in the tournament. 4-5 does unfortunately mean you are going to be a little bit of the lower seed. We don't know exactly who you're playing next, but it's probably there's a good chance it could be one of the higher seed players, like possibly Dominic Rizzi, Antonio Chavez, Adam Collins. How do you feel about playing any of them?
I played Rizzi before. I think it was pretty even for a while there. I'd like a rematch on that one. Same with Antonio. I have played Antonio multiple times, and usually I get the better of him. Not always, but usually. And Collins is a wild card for me because I actually never played him, and most of his matches I've seen is on teams. But I'm interested to see what he can do on singles. So, hey, I wasn't even supposed to be here today, so bring it on. Whoever wants a piece of the VHS, man, I'll get him.
Now we're gonna go over to second place finisher. Had just a rough spin in round 2, but she played a great game round 1, round 3. Peggy, how do you feel about how the match went?
Well, I'm thinking the pregame beers were a bad choice of strategy. But, it was a rough. I thought I was a little bit better at scores and soundtracks, but Wheel proved me wrong. I've got some holes in my game, but if Wheel ever hits me in my favor, then you never know what I'm gonna do. I had fun. Thank you guys. Zario played a great game. Good luck to him in the next round or making the tournament and everything. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, you're still 0-1, so you're not too far away from the thing. So when post-tournament, when we do get you a match, who do you want to play? Is there anyone you're like, oh, I would love to face them?
Honestly, I am 0-1 because of Nick Castle. So I want Doug Castle, excuse me. Doug Castle.
Isn't Nick Castle the character from the TV show?
That's the beer, I'm telling you. No, Doug Castle is who I have my loss to. I would not mind playing him again. Other than that, I welcome any opportunity to have a match because I have fun with these.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to go over to Ethan, who had a really good debut, just had a round 2 that didn't go in his favor. Ethan, how do you feel about how that went?
Yeah, I mean, it was good to get out there for a first time. And I mean, when I spun 2000s, I felt confident and just answered a little too quickly on the first one. The flight attendant movie was just something just in a blind spot for me. As soon as you guys said that, I just hadn't heard of it. So, I mean, it's luck of the draw. And I mean, if I spun 2000s again, I'd be more than confident that I'd answer the questions I got asked. So, I mean, if besides that, I'm happy with how I performed. I mean, knew a lot of questions and would be happy to get back into it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll probably see you sometime after the singles tournament. So thank you for being here, Ethan. Now we're going to go back to Kirk at the desk. Kirk, final thoughts on the match.
Yeah, I think Nazario's, his veteran status showed the advantage that gave him here. He started out strong in round one, and I think it really gave him the, just the boost he needed through the whole match pulled out. Peggy and Ethan, both, they compose themselves well. Like you said, unlucky will spins for both of them. But we'll see them again. But good luck to Nazario in the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. So, from Ethan, from Peggy, from Nazario, from Kirk, and from myself, Kaleb Boatman, this has been Multiplex Movie Warzone. Bring in the dancing lobsters.